Okay, today's theme is hypotenuse leg theorem.
Yay! Is this the last one, Miss Central?
It is the last lesson in Unit 5, Lesson 4.
Okay.
We need to know what is a hypotenuse and what is a leg, though. Hypotenuse may be a word you've heard of. It is the side opposite the right angle. It's hard to put that in. Side opposite the right angle. And what is a leg? Those are the other sides. If it's not opposite the right angle, then it's a leg. Right? So let's see if we can figure out which one is a leg here on the first question. So here's our right angle, right? It's a box. If we make an arrow out of it,
Just such a cool trick.
it's pointing to the hypotenuse. So what side is it pointing to, Ms. Barney?
It is pointing to AC.
AC. 2 letters, AC, there it is. It is opposite the right angle. And then we need to know which sides are the legs. That's anything that's not a hypotenuse.
Right.
So if we use AC, what's left?
We got AB and BC.
And BC. Those are the legs. So are we going to do this one in Edpuzzle?
Yeah, let's do this one in Edpuzzle. I think we can try this. You guys ready? I think you are. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the next page. And this is our theorem today, our postulate. The hypotenuse leg theorem says if the hypotenuse and a leg of a right triangle are congruent, the hypotenuse and a leg of another right triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. And we want to make sure that we understand what parts are congruent. I can see that I did not leave very much space here. So I'm going to put this answer over here. What can we say are congruent, Miss Barnett?
Well, we can say the right angle and the right angle are congruent, or we just say those are right angles. Okay.
So angle B, we can label it with one letter because there's only one angle coming out, and angle E.
Okay.
They are congruent. They are both right angles.
And we could say BC is congruent to EF because they each have one tick mark on them.
BC is congruent to EF. Matching game again. One with
Oops,
one.
EF. Oh yeah, EF. I thought you said
Sorry.
BF. Sorry, my bad. And then AC is congruent to DF because it has 2 tick marks. And I know everybody did that without us telling them.
2 matches with 2.
Everyone. Yeah.
Yep. Now, can we say that these are congruent? We would need a hypotenuse and a leg to be congruent. Where is the hypotenuse? Let's find it. We're going to say arrow. So AC is our hypotenuse here. And then we make an arrow out of this. DF is our hypotenuse here. So are the hypotenuse congruent?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
All right, so one thing down. And now, are there any other leg that's congruent here?
Well, yeah, BC and EF.
So if we have the hypotenuse, here's the hypotenuse. And here's the leg. Congruent of one triangle, and the hypotenuse leg of another, so we can say yes.
So does this only work with right triangles, Miss Cintron?
It does.
Can I tell them something weird?
What's your weird thing?
So if you do this and you forget about the right triangle, it comes out as angle side side, right? Because you have your right angle and you have a side and your side.
Angle side side, which we know is not a thing.
It's not a thing. You can't do that. But these are congruent because they're right triangles. Right triangles are special. They get to do what they want.
Okay. So they are congruent because we have the hypotenuse legs congruent to each other. We're going to move on. Next, let's try another one. Here we separated the triangles.
Oh, you did it for them, Miss Cintron. That's so
like
nice.
I did, yeah. But I didn't mark them.
Okay.
Just the right angles are marked. So I would want to make sure to have the PQ marked with the MN, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So let's name the congruent parts. What do we know, Miss Barnett?
Well, we know MN is congruent to PQ. And you know what? I don't have another signed mark. So, Miss Cintron, I'm going to quit. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to do this.
But is there another side that you can mark?
Man, you're making me work. It's too much work. Yes, there is. MQ is congruent to MQ because it's the same side.
It's the shared side. Shared sides can always be marked. So I'm going to say MQ is congruent And do we have right angles?
Yes, we have angle N and angle P
How do you know they're right?
because there's the little square in the corner.
Okay, so
That means it's right.
we have angle P and angle N are right angles. And are also congruent. Are these two triangles congruent? Why? So do we have HL? Where are the hypotenuse in these triangles? Hypotenuse in this triangle is pointing to this side, which is,
MQ.
looks like that checks. This one is pointing to that one.
Which is MQ again.
Those are the hypotenuse. So we got that. Do we have one other side? Any other side?
Yes, we do. We have PQ and MN.
So that's right here. So we have a hypotenuse, we have a leg, so yes. Triangle MPQ
Sure.
is congruent to triangle QNM by the HL theorem. Because we have the hypotenuse leg congruent to a hypotenuse leg.
Nice.
All right, next.
Makes sense.
Ooh, that looks like a lot of words.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh my goodness. Well, we could start by reading it though.
Oh my gosh, this is so much work. Okay, go for it.
Triangle WVX and triangle YZX are right triangles. Angle V and angle Z are the right angles.
Oh wait, so you're marking it right away, Miss Sunshine? Like
Yeah.
you're drawing on the picture?
I am.
Yeah, we tell you guys, you need to do that.
Then it says WV is congruent to YZ, so I'm marking those.
Cool.
X is the midpoint of WY. Oh gosh, what does that mean?
Oh, I remember that from Unit 1. That means it's the middle. X is the middle of the line WY.
Middle of this line, which
Right.
means what?
Each piece is congruent, so each
So I
piece
can
is the
mark
same
those.
value.
Okay.
Miss Sunshine, why did you mark them with 2 tick marks and not just 1 tick mark?
Because I already have a set of one and I don't want to get confused.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
So now we can name our congruent parts. So what sides do we have?
We have VW is congruent to YZ.
And
The WX is congruent to XY.
all right, and do we have right angles?
We do. Angle V and angle Z are 90 degrees.
Angle V and angle Z are 90. They're also congruent. So, are these two triangles congruent? Do we have a hypotenuse?
I'm going to bet the answer to that is yes.
Hypotenuse, XY. I
Yeah.
see it right here. Hypotenuse, WX. I see it here. They are congruent to each other. Is there another set of sides?
Yeah. VW and YZ.
So this is a yes by the HL theorem. All right, I think that might be it.
Get out. Are you serious?
That is it, yes.
Wow, those are like the shortest notes ever. What practice do they have after this?
They have a paper practice.
Okay, awesome. Okay, guys, get to it. If you need help, always you can ask.